This is Lady Myya. Hello, you guys. We're here for another podcast. So I have the Grandma-preneur. She is here with us, you guys, and she's going to tell us how she's still doing it, after being a grandmother. Okay, so she has an invention. She got a book about how she did the invention and how you can also do the invention. And she has a book for her family with the pictures and all the stories and the history of what she went through and different things like that to pass on. Oh, she's going to show it. She's going to give us all the love. That's all it is. It really is. So, my Mayan tribe, please welcome Miss Connie Inukai.
Good.
Inukai. Okay.
Good.
Yes. Hello, beloved. Thank you so much for being here with us.
Thank you for having me here. I'm so excited to be on your show.
We appreciate you just making the time, effort, and the energy to be here with us today. Thank you so much. Okay, so you gotta tell us, give us the deets on an invention. You decided to do an invention in this thing. Like, I'm not sure when you started that. When did you do this?
I started when I was 68 years old.
Oh, wow.
I retired from being a teacher at actually the University of Maryland for 35 years.
Oh, wow.
And, so when I retired, I used to go out to eat with my friends. And I noticed one thing. When we would go out to a restaurant, none of us could read the menu. The print was way too small on the menu and on the bill. And also the restaurant was too dark. So I said, there has to be a better way to do this, because we would actually pass around reading glasses. I forgot mine, or we would ask the server what's good. Or we would just ask somebody to read it because we couldn't do it. So it was kind of difficult. So
Right.
my invention is actually a little handheld device, and it's called Tip and Split. And what it has is it has a magnifier, and it has a built-in light, and it also has a little calculator so you can figure out the tip and split the bill in seconds. Now we can all do math, but maybe after a few drinks, nobody wants to be in math mode. So I wanted this to be a fun meal.
Yes. Oh, wow. That was fun. I love that. I love that. That is very smart. It is super smart to come up with something like that that is being so helpful, just in that type of community. Hell, that would be like helpful for myself too, because like sometimes these glasses just, the glare and everything else, and you just can't read everything, and then everything's cross-eyed and doubled. So,
And
I
it'll get worse as you get older. It'll get much worse. I can't believe it. Usually the vision gets worse when you're in your mid 40s, and then 50, forget it, and 60, oh my gosh, So I decided to become an inventor, and I knew nothing about being an inventor, nothing.
Wow. And I'm loving this. I love it. I appreciate that. And you wrote a book about it.
Yeah, I wrote a book, not about inventing, but it's about getting publicity.
Okay.
And the name of my book is How I Got My Product on QVC, The Today Show, The View, and more in my retirement. So I give 8 tips on how to get publicity. Well, how I got publicity.
I love that. I love that. We were like, you must have been well-rounded. You knew a lot of people to get yourself all the way up there and all these different things. Like, wow, QVC, that's big. The View, even bigger. Definitely. So how did you feel when that happened?
I was so excited, but I have a lot of persistence.
Yeah.
So how I got on QVC was that was the beginning of everything. And what happened was I went to an inventor's trade show,
Ooh.
and I got a booth
Mhm.
and my to show my product. And my manufacturer disappointed me because I didn't have the product and
Mm,
had pictures of what it was going to be. They were just too slow.
mm.
I had a booth, so I went there anyway, and they had QVC. They had a panel of people from QVC that you could pitch to. So
Hmm.
I actually pitched to them, but it was embarrassing because I didn't even have my product. So I said, "I'm sorry, I don't have my product, but here's what it's going to look like, and here's what it's going to do." They
Mhm.
loved it, and they
Yeah.
said, "Come back when you have your product." So
Mhm.
I went back the next year and I said, "Do you remember me?" And they said, "Yes." And I said, "I remember you too. And you said, come back when I have my product." So they loved it and they put it on QVC.
Oh, wow. That was a great break. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I think it's telling people, don't give up. And like, if somebody says no to you, find out what you can do to make that a yes. So they said
Right.
no because I didn't have it. Well, that was obvious. And
Mhm.
so next time I went back, I had it, and I think they liked my persistence. So
That is
yeah,
amazing.
so then I got on a few other things. I was on Fox News, their holiday gift guide. I was on CBS News. I was on a lot. The Today Show. It wasn't me on the Today Show. It was just my product, and my
Right.
product was on The View, not me. But I was on QVC.
Oh, wow. That is amazing. That is a really, really awesome story to tell, not only us, but your family. And I know they're really, really excited about your journey in doing so. So you did this and all the while writing a book for your family
Well,
about your life.
I actually started the book about it's about me and my family.
Mhm.
Okay, from my perspective. Um,
Right.
I started it during COVID in March.
Okay.
And actually, the real reason I wrote the book was I was sort of inspired by Kobe Bryant. Do you
Hmm.
remember he died in January of
Right.
2020 in a
Mhm.
helicopter accident?
Right.
And,
Yeah.
it was so sad. But
Yeah.
I realized his children and his future grandchildren and all of his future generations are going to know all about him because
Mm.
he was a celebrity,
Right.
and he was a social media presence. But who's going to know about me unless I
Right.
tell them? So I decided I'm not a celebrity, I'm just an ordinary person, but I want my children and my grandchildren to know all about me. So
Mm.
I took advantage of COVID because I don't go out much because I'm in the high risk category.
Right.
And I decided that I would just spend some time writing a book. And I actually wrote it in about 1 month.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and it's because it's very easy to write my style because I based it on pictures with captions, and it's even easier to read. You can read the whole thing. It's not like this thing that's 1,000 pages.
Right.
It's very easy to flip through the pages and see what you want to read.
Oh.
So I love doing it. I love researching about my parents and my grandparents, and I put a lot of stories that I think my kids will like.
That is so amazing. Okay, so you gotta tell me what like what happened like in your family that you felt like you wanted to share the story?
Okay, I'll tell you what my grandkids' favorite story is. When I was living in Cleveland, Ohio, and my dad built a sunken living room on an add-on onto our house. So
Mhm.
there were 6 kids in my family. So one day, one of my brothers got a great idea. So we brought in a hose and tried to make a swimming pool out of it.
No.
We had a little bit of trouble, but I told my grandkids, I said, "Yeah, I was a kid once too." So they love that story, and I have so many stories to tell. One of the stories that I didn't know that I found through my research, because I actually contacted some of my relatives to send me pictures.
Mhm.
And I found out through one of my cousins that my grandmother, on my mother's side, immigrated, my grandparents immigrated to the United States in 1912. And they had to cancel their trip
Mm,
because my grandma had morning sickness. And the trip that they canceled was on the Titanic.
mm,
So
mhm.
who would know that? I
Right.
was shocked. And so I told that to my grandkids. My daughter, my children didn't even know that because I didn't know it. And so I told that to them, and my grandson, who's 8, absolutely loves movies about the Titanic, documentaries, anything about the Titanic. So he was so impressed with that story. So I'm sure a lot of people have stories that they don't even know that
Mm,
they can find out and write their own book. So because I was a writing teacher
right.
before I became an inventor
Mhm.
and an entrepreneur, I decided to help other people write their book because everybody's got a book in them, everybody. And so some people just don't know how to get started.
Mhm.
So I decided I would help them and guide them along, and also they have some accountability because I'll say, "How? What are you doing now? How are you doing?" Because it's easy to put this off, but I
Right.
think now is a very good time, and I'm actually doing a lot of people are writing their book for a Christmas present, which is a
Oh,
great idea.
that is a great idea.
Yeah, so
No,
that's what I'm doing.
nice.
Help
Yeah.
people write their book, and I wrote my book first just so I could give them lessons on how to write it, so I could figure out the best way to write it.
Yes.
And
I
I'm
love that.
Thank you, I love it too. Well, I think that, um, just because we're not celebrities, people should still know about us, and
Right.
who's gonna tell them about us except us?
Right.
So I'm having a lot of fun doing this.
This is like loads of fun. It really is. And it's just like, I love the fact that you were like, you know what? I'm just going to keep it moving and I'm going to do this. Let's try this. Okay. Let's try something else. And by you just kind of being able to still kind of move around and get just to the point where, like I'm not going to just because I'm retired
Right,
from what I did all these years doesn't mean that I'm supposed to just sit back and not do anything else.
exactly.
I'm still good for something, and I really find that invigorating because I'm like, there's so many people that are just my age that don't see that you still have you know, you still have the tenacity to do something.
Right,
You can still do what you really set your mind to do. And you're the proof of that, just being an inventor and then getting the invention and going back to QVC and saying, look, I got it now. Here it is. And they didn't say anything but you got a great idea. See us when you got it. And I love that because like you had to be in the right place at the right time for that to happen.
right.
And you didn't stop. And I think that's so honorable.
Thank you. You're actually telling my whole story. My whole message is that you're never too old to do something new. Okay, because passion is for everybody, no matter what age you are.
For sure. And I love that because I'm like, I'm inspired. Like, I feel like I need to do more. I need to do more, so like I don't know when I would even retire at this point because I'm having so much fun, and you're getting to meet all these people and experience all these things and different things like that. And I just think that is an awesome thing to do. Certainly. So what's next? What's next on the agenda?
I want to get through COVID. I'm working on this book project now. I call it Write Your Selfie. Because
Ooh,
I'm an inventor, I kind of want to make a name that sticks. That's why I chose Grandma-preneur because
right.
I trademarked it because I'm an inventor. I know how to do that.
Yes.
Then I thought of the name for my lessons on how to write your book, and I call it Write Your Selfie because
Right.
I think that that's a very good title because
Yeah.
people my age are not really into selfies. Okay, but at least we can feel a little bit like we're doing a selfie.
Right. Oh, that is adorable. Okay. But at the same time, I love that you said an English teacher, correct?
I taught writing, technical writing.
Right. Okay.
I taught writing to computer
Okay.
scientists
Okay.
and
To the English.
engineers, seniors in college. So I used to inspire them to find a career that they really wanted, that they'd be so happy. And I inspired hundreds because I was there for a long time. And at that
Mm,
point, I just decided it's time to inspire myself. But I was so busy working because when you're a writing teacher, you have to grade papers all day.
yeah.
And when you're in college, you pull all nighters sometimes to finish a project. I was
Mhm.
pulling all nighters at least twice a month, to get my papers graded. So I
Right.
thought that it's time for me to do my own inspiration. So I was ready for it.
Yes. I love that. She's like, no, I'm inspired. I got to get this done. I really, really love everything that you do. So tell my Mayan tribe how they can reach you or where they can get your book.
Oh, if they want my book, this book,
Mhm,
if you go to, I have a website and it's called Grandma-preneur-inventor.com.
mhm.
Grandma-preneur-inventor.com. And if you subscribe, you'll get a PDF of my book. Okay. So that's good. And
Yeah.
then I have another, I'm multifaceted. I have another website called www.writeyourselfie.com, and
Mhm.
where they can, get some tips. I am actually working on the website now. The freebie that they're going to get is some fun ways to write yourself, fun activities to write your selfie. Okay.
Aw,
And then my third website is www.tipandsplit.com.
tip
That-
and
That's my invention.
yes.
And so I have three websites. Grandma-preneur Inventor, they get my free book on on getting publicity. Writeyourselfie.com, they can get my tips on how to write your book. And tip and split, tipandsplit.com. They can get two, buy one get one free. That's pretty good, right? So
Yes, it is.
I'm so busy.
Yes. This is amazing. Like you're giving us all these nuggets and it's just like, "Oh my goodness, I'm full. I'm full." Because I think you're an amazing individual. I really do cuz like for you to do that and I feel like I haven't done anything.
Oh, stop it! You're great. You're incredible. You're incredible.
I want to be you. I want to be
Find some of your interviews. You're great.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I appreciate your time. If there's anything you would love to tell my Mayan tribe, the floor is yours.
Well, I guess the only thing I want to tell you is I have a little saying on my desk that inspires me all the time. And it's a quote by Aaron Hansen. And it says, if I, oh no, what if I fall? Oh, but my darling, what if you fly? Isn't that
Mm.
beautiful?
Yes,
I
I love
love that quote. I have it right in front of me all the time. So just keep trying things. If they don't work out, try something else, but do it with passion. Everything
Mm,
I do is with passion.
I love that. Oh, yes, 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 yes. Okay. So just remind my viewers your full name again, just so that if they're looking up for your book, they know exactly where to go.
Connie Inukai. It's Japanese. Connie Inukai. That's my name.
It's beautiful. It really is,
And
Connie.
yeah, I'm a grandma. My website is called Grandma-preneur Inventor, and that's because when I made the website, they wouldn't give me the domain name for Grandma-preneur unless I paid $3,000, and I wasn't about to do that. So I just picked Grandma-preneur Inventor because nobody had that, and that was free.
And that was free.
Yeah.
Definitely, I can understand that completely. I think you are an amazing individual for sure. We're gonna definitely have to take a little piece from that, to do something for ourselves and just really, really get to the point of like you gotta have that happiness. You gotta want to feel that in yourself. And I think you did. You found it. And if we can all find our own, it would just be a wonderful thing completely.
I don't let my age bother me. I don't even think about it.
Right. No, why should we? Like I'm too busy to think about my age right now. And I felt the same way, but at the same time, hearing what you said, I'm like, oh yeah, well no. There's too much work to do, right? Ah, I love it. I love it. I thank you so much, Connie.
Thank
You
you.
have
Thank you
been
so much.
Yes, you have been just an absolute gem. Like this is just such great information to just have and just, when we had our talk and different things like that, I think you had so much passion. You still have so much passion. And I'm elated just to hear what you've accomplished, even after retirement. And I think that is you stand strong and you stand firm and keep it moving. I hear that.
Thank you. Well, the reason I retired was because I wanted to get on with my life.
Like,
So
no.
that's what I'm doing.
Yes, and you're doing it and you're doing it greatly,
Thank
greatly.
you. Thank
Thank
you
you
so
so
much.
No, thank you, thank you. Okay, you guys, you know the drill. We're gonna wrap this up. The drill is, just letting you know, I am on Patreon now. Just need a little help with all the different things that I'm trying to do with the content and different things like that, and how you see things, and it's gonna go to all the platforms. So I only hope that I can only grow from everything that's happening, from the podcast to the radio show to now soon the TV show. So we definitely want to give everyone a chance to just be their best self and live your best life with Lady Myya. So this is what we do, and I say these things, and I have people on here to show you that if you don't like where you are and you don't like the situation you're in, it's up to you to change it. And so they were able to do so and step out and have a passion and do what they love. And now they're making money and making books and having their inventions all over the place. So if she can do it, you can do it. So I appreciate and love every one of you. I thank you for your time, your effort, and your energies to be here today. And we will talk to you guys later.